What's up EFD squad, welcome back to Scout Report. Now, we all know about the talents of Mbappe, Gabby Jesus and Asensio, so here are 5 young players you should keep an extra close eye on at this summer's World Cup. 5. Gonçalo Guedes. European champions Portugal go into the World Cup in Russia as many people's dark horses. They may have won just one game in normal time on their way to victory in France 2 years back, but the Seleção de Quinas have become a more attractive prospect since then. This is down to the fact that many of their young stars are coming of age, one being Gonçalo Guedes. The young forward only turned 21 in November 2017 and has really come into his own since his loan move from PSG to Valencia. At the time of recording, he's recorded 26 league appearances for Los Che, the most he's managed in a single season since establishing himself as a senior level footballer in 2015. In that time, he scored 4 goals and nabbed 10 assists in La Liga, establishing himself as a vital cog in Marcelino's team. That means he's been involved in a goal every 132 minutes, a better rate than his Portugal teammate Bernardo Silva has been doing for Manchester City. Considering this, you think he could be an ideal provider for CR7 in the attack. And you'd be right. The speedster can play on either flank, creates 1.8 chances per 90 and opens up space expertly in order to do so, beating his man 3.2 times a game with a fantastic success rate of 70%. Gonçalo Guedes is currently due to return to PSG after the World Cup, but depending on how he does in Russia, he could attract more suitors come July. He's valued at just 40 million euros by Transfermarkt, but we wouldn't be surprised if Les Parisiens asked for a price close to double that figure in the future. 4. Keita Baldé. Another team who could surprise people this summer is Senegal, and while experienced heads such as Sadio Mane, Idrissa Gueye and Kalidou Koulibaly form the spine of the side, Keita Baldé will no doubt be a vital component. Born in Girona and educated at La Masia, Keita was eligible to play for Spain, but instead chose to represent the country of his father's birth, making his debut for the national side in 2016. By that point, he'd already been playing top-level football for 3 years, establishing himself as a starter for Lazio at just 18. Now 23, Keita has the experience to take Russia by storm, having come off the back of 2 stellar seasons. Over the course of his final campaign for Lazio and first season in Monaco, he's bagged 24 goals and 17 assists in 66 appearances in all competitions. In Serie A and Liga alone, he's averaged a goal involvement every 98 minutes, particularly impressive given teammate Mane is involved in a goal every 118. Okay, so the left winger hasn't been playing against Premier League defences, but then again, he also hasn't been playing alongside the likes of Salah, Firmino and Coutinho. Keita's eye for goal has certainly dropped in the last 10 months though. He now averages 2 attempts on goal a game compared with the 3.3 he managed at Lazio. However, he takes an astounding 78% of his shots inside the area, similar to another outstanding wide attacker Mo Salah, who manages 80%. In the summer of 2017, Monaco paid Lazio 30 million euros for Keita, a value which has since stuck. But if he impresses enough to attract La Liga or Premier League interest this summer, there is no doubt the figure would rise considerably. 3. Wilfred Ndidi. Seeing as Nigeria have failed to qualify for the previous 2 African Cup of Nations, the Russia World Cup will be the first international tournament for Leicester anchorman Wilfred Ndidi. He may just be 21, but Ndidi has already clocked up 16 caps for the Super Eagles, and in that time has cemented himself as the rock of the side's midfield. Meanwhile in the Prem, he's become Leicester's destroyer in residence. The DM is currently winning 4.5 tackles and interceptions a game, just slightly fewer than the 4.7 N'Golo Kante is managing, and his shielding will be vital if Nigeria are to match Argentina and Croatia in the group stage. Standing at 6'2", it's also no surprise that Ndidi is adept at winning his aerial battles. He comes out on top 60% of the time, a better rate than Brazil's Fernandinho, winning a total of 3.6 aerial duels per 90. The youngster is also sound in possession. He may complete just 1.1 dribbles a game, but he chooses when to take on his man wisely with a 77% success rate. He also loses possession just 1.3 times a game, not far off Sergi Busquets' 0.9. Like Kante before him, Wilfred Ndidi is an elite defensive midfielder, playing at a club way below his level. I didn't write that in, so cheeky. Some solid performances on the world stage would no doubt tempt clubs outside the Prem to start taking notice. But with a recent study showing the Nigerian to be worth as much as 55 million euros, it will be difficult to prize him away from the King Power Stadium. 2. Giovani Lo Celso. Like Wilfred Ndidi with Nigeria, Giovani Lo Celso may well be tasked with bringing balance to an Argentina side heavy on attacking talent. The PSG centre-mid only recently turned 22 and has had his most productive season to date in 2017-18. At the time of writing, he's notched up 39 appearances in all competitions, and while Marco Verratti and Adrien Rabiot take most of the plaudits in the Parisian midfield, he's more than played his part in the side's success. Lo Celso is excellent at breaking up play, making 4.4 tackles and interceptions per 90, and he's also assured once he's gained possession. He attempts 82 passes a match, the same as teammate Rabiot, and is accurate with 90% of them. The former Rosario kid can also deal with a press, completing 2.2 take-ons per 90 with a 69% success rate, which will be vital if the Albiceleste are to transition into attack effectively. However, with just 4 international caps to his name thus far, it remains to be seen if Lo Celso will feature prominently in manager Sampaoli's plans this summer. However, having come into form at the perfect time, we reckon he should get his chance. 1. Hirving Lozano. But one man who certainly will be a key player for his country in Russia is Hirving Lozano. Mexico's golden boy has just come off a fantastic season after swapping Pachuca for PSV, and the national side will need his abilities in front of goal in order to navigate a tough group containing Germany, Sweden and South Korea. So far, the man known as Chucky has 25 caps and has netted 7 times for El Tri, including a goal at the Confederations Cup against host Russia, but his form at club level is even more impressive. Since making his switch to the Eredivisie in summer 2017, Lozano has been on fire, and at the time of recording has 15 goals, making 11 assists in 25 league appearances. As a result of this fantastic contribution, he's been directly involved in a goal every 79 minutes, which is actually better than Harry Kane and is not far off Edison Cavani, who currently contributes to 1 every 74. The left-sided forward is a true all-rounder in attack. He creates 2.9 chances a game for teammates, helping the likes of Luc de Jong and Marco van Ginkel to feature prominently on the score sheet, and PSV to record an average of 2.6 goals per game. This will be music to the ears of Javier Hernandez, who will want to add to his tally of 49 international goals this summer. And Chucky will no doubt be a goal threat himself. The 22-year-old's impressive record in the Netherlands is a consequence of him taking 3.6 shots a game, with 62% of them coming from inside the box. Considering the opposition Mexico are up against, Lozano will have to be on his very best form to make an impact in Russia. His club currently value him at around €50 million, and with previous interest from the likes of Manchester City, he could be an even hotter prospect once the tournament is over. So that was our 5 players you should keep an eye on in the World Cup. Have you got 5 more, guys? Who do you think is going to absolutely bang in Russia? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, go and watch the latest Stat Wars or Football Mundial. And as ever, don't forget to like and subscribe.